packed. Everybody's crazy right now. They're not even drunk yet. All right, we made it. We're here at Jack's BBQ on Broadway. This place has just started to get crazy. There's going to be about 5 to 10 times more people in about 3 hours on this very same street. We're going to sharpen some knives. We're going to make some barbecue. I can't wait. Today I'm meeting up with Jay Cawthon, owner's son and VP of operations of Jack's BBQ. Can't wait to get inside and learn all of the secrets of how they make their barbecue and sides for thousands of people every day. This is quite literally the calm before the storm. I get to check out the restaurant before hundreds of people arrive for dinner. Since the name of the show is Sharp Knives, Great Food, let's check out the knives they have. First off, we have a Chinese cleaver. Seems to be the favorite here at the restaurant. They also have a 10-inch chef's knife and then another knife that they use for opening boxes. So primarily 2 knives in total. I'm going to take these 2 knives out of the kitchen. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to talk to Jay. We're going to learn how brisket's made, and we're going to sharpen these knives and get them back downstairs to see how they perform after a professional sharpening. Or no, you started doing catering, high-end catering, and then your dad moved to barbecue.
Right.
Went on a little bit of a nomad voyage, a pilgrimage to find out all he could find out from different barbecue joints.
Exactly.
And brought those recipes or ideas, or he came up with his own recipes?
Came up with his own recipes on all his travels, did some test kitchen stuff, and figured out, what he wanted to do, what meats he wanted to use. 89 was the first, it was Jack's Riverfront Barbecue. He was on First and Broadway.
Okay.
Long story short, he got kicked out of his lease. The Hard Rock Cafe, which is there now, came in, kicked out, moved up the street here, and we've been here ever since.
So have the recipes changed, or has it been the same?
No, it's the same.
The same menu, basically the same stuff.
Menu, yeah.
Jack's BBQ has a super long and great history. Now let's meet Billy, the pitmaster. He'll show us how the brisket's made.
I would start with the bottom side, the lean side. Pat it in there real nice and good. And we're gonna put a nice even coat all over this brisket. Take it and slide it right into the smoker. And we do it fat side up. Shut the door. This dampener will close. Drops the temperature down. When the temperature gets down to whatever we choose it to be at, it'll pop back open, thus kicking the fire up and raising the temperature. We use all hickory wood here, nothing but the best green dogs.
Now that we know the basics on brisket, let's start talking knives. First off, let's get into that box cutting knife. All right, so what did you call this knife?
You
said it was the official macaroni.
It's the official macaroni and cheese opener. That's what we use that one for.
Jack's favorite. Macaroni and cheese knife opener. If you need a professional macaroni and cheese bag opener, this is it. So what do we have? We've got 2 blades here. This looks like a 10-inch chef's, standard chef's.
Yes, sir.
Thick bolster, Western style. The Chinese cleaver.
Yeah.
A favorite.
Yeah.
Among so many restaurants, food processors, this thing is the go-to knife.
You can slice, you can chop, you can do it all.
If you're not familiar with a Chinese cleaver, it has a large flat blade for scooping and moving ingredients. The blade is usually around 3.5 to 7.5 inches and a shallow belly that's good for chopping. And the blade is thin, so it separates ingredients instead of having to wedge them apart. But you don't, when you're chopping brisket, you don't use this knife.
I mean, I will on occasion, but I prefer the longer one. For finger placement, we chop it, go into it like that.
Proper claw technique.
Exactly.
Claw technique, get your fingertips out of the way.
Crouching fingers, hidden thumb.
That's right.
That's how you do it.
So what do you use for sharpening here?
Well, we have a, what's it called, a honing
steel?
Yeah,
honing steel or honing rod.
And then we have a handheld sharpener that we can run it across.
I'm going to show you one tip with a pull-through sharpener. If you have to, I do not endorse pull-through sharpeners under any circumstances but emergencies, which they might have here at Jack's BBQ on a Friday night.
Yes, sir.
We got our honing rod, and we got our typical pull-through. The trick with these, I do not endorse these, go slow. Work slow, and do massive amounts of repetitions. Keep it away from your food because it's going to knock stainless steel all over it. But these are going to chip it up. If possible, use this guy. For those of you that don't know at home and you're new to this, I do recommend putting your steel like this on a table and getting your angle correct of whatever you've chosen, and then go from heel to tip, coming down consistently, as many repetitions as you need to get that burr straight again. And then to deburr, you could use, say, the heel of this because it's made of wood, and you can just take that burr right off. A wine cork, most restaurants, most bars have them. If you use your steel and go straight into your meat, there's gonna be a little bit of that steel on the side of this that's gonna enter the meat. So it's good to deburr that edge coming off the steel, whether it's coarse or fine. All right, so let's get sharpening.
All right,
I'm here to sharpen your knives. I'm trading you some sharpening.
We're looking forward to it, my man.
All right, I'm gonna break the stones out and we're gonna get to work. So I'm gonna inspect this knife for the angle that it was before. You wanna keep it somewhat close to your chest so you can get a wide stance. And basically your left hand's gonna put the pressure down. Wherever you put pressure underneath your fingers, on top of the stone, that's where it's gonna take metal off the blade and sharpen it. Come right to the tip, use as much of the stone as you can. Keep moving your fingers and finger walk. So if you have to move down the blade, you literally just kind of finger walk, finger smudge like this. And you want to have a very continuous stroke like this. From the heel all the way to the tip. A little bit longer of a stroke and go slower. You want to practice the quality of your angle and the pressure more than anything else. All right, Billy's got the basics. I'm going to finish up this knife and we can move on to the higher grit. So this is 1,000 grit. Do you see, like, you guys hear that? It sounds cleaner. I'm gonna do the exact same process with this Chinese cleaver. Then we can head downstairs to the main part of the restaurant where we have a packed floor full of people ready to eat fresh barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's butter right there.
What do you think, Billy? Is that better?
That's way better, man. Thank you very much. You saw that straight through like butter.
Now it's time to test the knife on something really hard. This is a loaf of bread that could crumble. Notice Billy's technique where he turns the loaf upside down and slices through like a machine. This guy's a real boss with the knife. It's only 7 o'clock and there's a line out the door here at Jack's. The crowd is pumped, everybody's excited. Nashville really turns on after dark with great live music, amazing food, and really good people. All right, now it's Kyle, the general manager's turn to try, and he chooses the Chinese cleaver.
Was it sharper? Oh yeah, it's good, it's good. Nice and clean.
Looking at this amazing meat, all it needs is a freshly toasted bun to make the perfect sandwich. With meat that's already this delicate, it's important to have a really sharp edge. That way it slices through the meat instead of crushing it or tearing it apart. Here at Jack's Barbecue, there's no shortage of amazing sides to choose from. Macaroni and cheese, pickled onions, coleslaw, baked beans, and the list goes on. It's kind of hard just watching everybody else get served. I need to get my portion.
All right, here we are.
Wow. All right, this is all for me.
It's all for you.
I gotta finish this. Do I get a t-shirt if I eat it all?
Get a t-shirt if you can eat it all.
Tell me about the chest pie.
It's like an egg custard type pie. Usually you see them in like chest bars, chest squares. It's real southern style pie.
Sweet?
Very sweet. Yeah.
Ooh.
St. Louis style ribs.
Ooh, that is a healthy, generous rack right there. Look at that. These look perfect.
Pork sandwich here. Can't go to a barbecue place without trying the pork. So heavy.
Ooh,
Beef brisket.
that is some good looking brisket.
Then back in here in the house. Just dig in, man. I'm gonna bring you some sauce.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you.
I got my own bottle of Jack Hawthorne sauce. Look at that. Let's get in it. Now let's see if I can get a bite near my mouth without it falling all over me. It's juicy, it's flavorful, it's got a little bit of bark but not too much. I'm gonna do no sauce, straight rib on this one. Look at that, take a look at that. Clean. Sharp knife, clean cuts. Keeps the juice in the meat. That's a good rib. Plenty of flavor. I'm gonna jump into this brisket. They make this on a sandwich or serve it as just a side of meat. All day, baby, all day. All right, I'm gonna dive into this coleslaw, but I'm also thinking what live music I'm gonna hear after this in downtown Nashville on Broadway. Cannot wait to go walk the streets. Oh my God, I'm so full, but I have a whole to-go bag. Let's go walk around and digest this in Nashville. Check this out. This is early Friday night. I can't wait to see it at 2 in the morning. I had a great time filming an episode of Sharp Knives, Great Food at Jack's Barbecue in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Jay was a great host. His team makes tasty barbecue. So as always, keep your knife sharp, eat great food, and we'll see you next time.